channel Easy Education. In this session, you are going to learn Chapter 17, E-Commerce Security Systems. Content of this video is Security Technologies in E-Commerce Transaction. There are three things under this topic. So what is a security technology? E-commerce activities, it must be transmitted through safe and secured network. As it is e-commerce, all the transactions are going to be taken place through internet connection. So the information passing from one place to another place must be safe and secured. The security technologies are required to ensure the security of e-commerce transactions. So as there are many protocols for the transformation of data, along with that, there must be some security also to ensure the transaction in e-commerce. So, encryption technology, authentication technology, and authentication protocols. So, these are the things which are going to safeguard the transaction of e-commerce. What is encryption technology? Encryption technology is an effective information security production. It is defined as converting a plain text into meaningless ciphertext using encryption algorithm, thus ensuring the confidentiality of the data. That means confidence of the user is on the technology which ensures its confidentiality. That means it's trustworthy. The content which is transferred is given to the particular person without any modification in the data, and it also ensures that it is not taken by any other outsource or third party person. Under this technology, there is a technical term as symmetric encryption and asymmetric key encryption. So we are going to see in detail what is key encryption. So what is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric? There are three technologies. So encryption. Encryption technology is the effective information security production. So we are going to see about the key. What is that? The ciphertext using encryption algorithm, thus ensuring the confidentiality. That means there is a simple text, that means the message. Then this message is combined with a key value with a particular algorithm, and it is changed to the ciphertext. This is encryption, converting of a plain text into ciphertext. Then that encrypted data is extracted to the plain text again, that is decryption. What is symmetric key encryption? Data Encryption Standard, DES, Data Encryption Standard, is the symmetric key data encryption method. It was introduced in America in the year 1976 by Federal Information Processing Standards, FIPS. This data encryption standard is a typical block algorithm. So what is that? It is an algorithm, set of rules and regulations that takes a string of bits of clear text, that is the plain text of our message, with a fixed length, through a series of complicated operations, transforms it into another encrypted text of the same length. Encrypted data means our content is changed into another format of data with a particular algorithm. This DES also uses a key to customize the transformation. So for the transformation, there is a sequence of process, complicated process, that is algorithm. For the algorithm, there is a key. So that in theory, the algorithm can only be deciphered by the people who know the exact key that has been used for encryption. Just like our password. If we know the password, we can open. Like that, if we know the key, we can decrypt the content. The DEC key is apparently 64-bit. As we know, as it is a digital thing, everything will be represented in bits. But in fact, the algorithm uses only 56. The other 8 bits are only used to verify the parity, and then it is discarded. So it's a technical term for the algorithm. Today it is considered that DES is not safe for many applications, mainly because of its relatively smaller key size, 56-bit. So the first point, symmetric key. The plain text is converted to ciphertext. For the transformation, it need many complicated process, and it is said to be algorithm. And this algorithm is going to use a key, and the key is 64-bit, but it mostly uses 56. Because of the small size, the security is in a question mark. As we know, if there is anything, then that will be a updation. Like that, there is a change. What does that mean? Asymmetric or public key encryption. This encryption also called as reversed Samir-Adleman algorithm, RSA. So these things will come for only one word. Have a note for it. It uses public key authentication and digital signatures. Authentication means it proves that it is genuine and true. And digital signature, we are going to see in detail what is digital signature. Just have an idea, it is going to use a public key. Until 1970s, there were only symmetric crypto systems in which transmitter and receiver must have the same key. So as a symmetric crypto system means the key used for the algorithm is same for the receiver as well as the transmitter. This raises the problem of key exchange and key management. Unlike a symmetric encryption, the communicating parties need not know others' private key in asymmetric encryption. Each user generates their own key pair, which consists of a private key and public key. A public key encryption method is a method of converting a plain text into a public key into a ciphertext from which the plain text can be retrieved with a private key. So we learned symmetric, asymmetric. Symmetric, public key, and here it's a public key as well as a private key. So here same, in asymmetric it's different. You can see the tabular column. Same key is used, where in symmetric here different keys were used. Speed of encryption and decryption is very fast. It's slow. Plain text and ciphertext are same size. It's different. The algorithms like DES, data encryption, AES, RC4 uses here RSA, ECC, DSA. So the algorithm differ. Provides confidentiality. Here, along with that, authenticity, genuineness, and guarantee for that it is not given by anyone. Only the particular person is responsible for that. That is non-repetition. Number of keys used grows exponentially when the number of users increase. Number of keys grow linearly. So these are the highlighted difference between symmetric key and asymmetric key. Okay. Sender, plain text, encrypt, ciphertext, again decrypt, plain text, recipient. Here they used same key for the encryption and decryption process. Here different keys are used. Here encryption is having different key and Decryption is having different key. So it's the easiest 5-mark question. We learn encryption technology, converting of a plain text into ciphertext using same key, different key, public and private key. So you know the difference between symmetric and asymmetric. Then authentication technology. The main role of security certification is to ensure authentication, integrity and non-repetition. This can be achieved through digital signatures and digital certificates. What is that? What is certificate? What is signature? And what's the difference? So next topic is authentication technology. So this is having digital certificate and digital signature. So digital signature is a mechanism that is used to verify that a particular digital document or message or transaction is authentic, true or genuine. Digital certificate are being issued by certifying authority, CA. See the difference? Digital signature is a mechanism that is used to verify a particular document, message or transaction. Okay. Digital certificate is a computer file which officially approves the relation between the holder or the certificate and a particular public key. The signature is only for a particular document or message or transaction. It is for a whole website or a whole company. Then digital signature used to verify the trustworthiness of a data being sent. If you are giving that you are qualified with a UG, if the checking process is only for the particular UG certificate, that is digital signature. Digital certificate means I am giving an example. I am checking the person who is giving the certificate. The digital certificate are used to verify the trustworthiness of a sender. If you are receiving a content from a CEO of Google, for example, then the content is checked by checked for the person who is the whether this content is given by the CEO of Google. That is digital certificate. Okay. For example, if you are receiving a mail from a bank as please send your PIN number for your ATM. Then if we check for a particular mail, whether it is regarding with the ATM or not, only with a particular thing, that is signature. But both are verified digitally. There is a process for that. Digital signature is to ensure that the data remains secure from the point it was issued and it was not modified by the third party. Certificate binds the digital signature to an entity. So here it checks whether the UG certificate is correct or not. Here it checks whether the person giving the certificate, if a person like Raj is giving the UG certificate, means we are checking whether he is really a Raj or any other person, like that. It provides authentication, non-repetition and integrity. It provides authentication and security. So what is authentication, repetition and integrity? I like the points for authentication. Information of the entity sending the document is often included in the document, but the information may be inaccurate. A digital signature can be used to authenticate the source of the document. So, authentication means the information of the entity sending the document is often checked. Then integrity. It means in many scenarios, the sender and receiver of the document will require confidence that the document has not been tampered with during the transfer. So if the document was digitally signed, any modification of the document is invalid. So I have to check for the genuineness or trueness of the content. Then non-repetition. Non-repetition refers to any act of relinquishing responsibility for a message. Non-repetition ensures that the signer who digitally signed the document cannot deny having signed it. It ensures that if it is said that the CEO of Google is signed means if it is verified digitally means the person who is being the CEO cannot say that I didn't sign because it is proved and it is checked. So digitally signed documents strengthen its recipient's integrity claims. Therefore, the recipient can strongly insist on the signature of the sender so as not to be easily denied at later time. Then, the difference between a digital signature and digital certificate is that digital certificate binds a digital signature to an entity, whereas digital signature ensures that a data remains secure from the point it was sent. That means a particular checking is only for digital signature. If the digital signature is over and the digital signature is given by a particular person means that certificate ensures that this is the person who is having the rights for the particular signature. So the digital signature ensures that the data remains secure. In other words, digital certificates are used to verify the sender, while the digital signature are used to verify the data sent. So certificate checks for the person, signature checks for the content. That means it checks whether the content given is true, whether it is UG of bachelor degree of computer application or bachelor degree of art. Like that, it will check for the content given. Digital signature is created using a digital signature standard. So if there is a rules and regulation, if there is a checking process means there must be a person or a protocol to check it. That is digital standard, signature standard. It uses SHA-1 or SHA-2 algorithm for encrypting and decrypting the message. In digital certificate works on the principle of public key and cryptography standards, PKCS. It creates certificate in the X.509 and PGP format. It's a standard format for creating digital certificate. Then document is encrypted at the sending end and decrypted at the receiving end using the asymmetric keys. Digital certificate consists of certificate's owner name. So in the certificate, we should have the owner name and the public key and expression, date of expression, then certificate authority's name, certificate authority's digital signature. So these things are included in the certificate. So this is the difference between digital signature and digital certificate. It's a 5-mark question for last year. So learn well, it may ask for any mark for 3 mark or 2 mark or 5 mark. There is a hardware part called security token to ensure the authentication. It's just like the password. We can insert the pen drive or any device which is given with that ID and we can enter the process. There is a certificate and there is a signature. And there is a person who is called certifying authority. So this person is, this committee is going to issue the digital certificate. And there are common digital certificate systems. One is X.509, another one is PGP. So the PGP means pretty good privacy. It is developed by Feld-Zimmermann in 1991. It is a decentralized encryption program that provides cryptographic privacy and authentication for data communication. PGP encryption uses a serial combination of hashing, data compression, symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography and works on the concept of web of trust. That means it is a certification given by a particular person. It's a single person, but X.509 is a centralized system in which the authenticity of the key is guaranteed by a hierarchy of certification authorities, formally certifying the key relationship with the identity of its owner. Due to its clear responsibility, it is easier to implement in the law. X.509 is currently worldwide accepted certification technology. So, if we are applying for a digital certification, who will apply for the digital certification means who is having the communication in each transaction. Some of the times if it is a famous website, if they want to have any communication with others and they want the content to be very confidential, means they will use these types and they can apply for the certification and they will get the certification from these certifying systems with the help of a certifying authority, and that is used for further process. So these are the things related with digital signature certification. So digital signature can provide the added assurance of evidence to origin, identify and status, as well as acknowledging the content of the sender. The digital signature use a standard worldwide accepted format like public key infrastructure to provide the highest levels of security and universal acceptance. In many countries, digital signatures have the same legal significance as the traditional forms of signed documents. So if the company is too far, they can have a digital document signing. So digital signature are widely used for avoiding forging or tampering of important documents such as financial documents or credit card data. Next topic is authentication protocols. So the two kinds are SET and SSL. What is that? SET, Secure Electronic Transaction, and Secure Socket Layer. Secure Electronic Transaction is a protocol for electronic payments with credit cards, in particular via the internet. So SET was Secure Electronic Transaction was developed in 1996 by Visa and MasterCard. We know that these are the two big companies providing credit card and debit cards with the participation of GTE, IBM, Micro. So these are all software companies. The implementation of SET is based on the use of digital signatures and the encryption of transmitted data with the asymmetric and symmetric encryption algorithms. So SET is a combination of digital signature. Digital signature means ensuring the authenticity of a particular document, message or transaction. And the encryption decryptions are taken place by asymmetric or symmetric, any one of the method as per the requirement. SET also uses dual signatures to ensure privacy. The SET purchase involves three major participants. So who are the three major participants? As we know, customer, seller and the payment gateway. Here the customer shares the order information with the seller but not with the payment gateway. Customer shares the order information with the seller but not with the payment gateway. Also, the customer shares the payment information only with the payment gateway but not with the seller. So with the SET, the credit card number may not be given to the seller and will not be stored in seller files and also could not be recovered by a hacker. So the seller intermediate is the gateway and the buyer. SET protocol guarantees the security of online shopping. So online shopping is guaranteed by the SET protocols. It has the advantages of ensuring the integrity of transaction data and non-repudiation and transaction. Therefore, it has become the internationally recognized standards for credit card online transaction. So what are the following keys? Using public key encryption and private key encryption ensures data. So as we know, public and private keys are used. Use information digest technology to ensure the integrity of information. It checks for the integrity. Dual signature technology to ensure the identity of both parties in the transaction. Dual signature. So public key, private key, integrity of the information, and dual signature. These are the key features of SET, secure electronic transaction. What is that? Transaction between the seller and buyer with the gateway intermediate. This payment gateway intermediate. This payment gateway have the information of the seller as well as the customer, but the customer will not have the details about the seller. So no communication between the customer and seller. Secure Socket Layers, SSL, is a hybrid encryption protocol for securing transactions over the internet. SSL standard was developed by Netscape in collaboration with Mastercard, Bank of America, MCA, and Silicon Chips. It is based on a public key and cryptography process to ensure the security of data transmission over internet. So here also there is a process of cryptography. Its principle is to establish a secure communication channel between the client and the server after an authentication step. SSL system acts as an additional layer to ensure the security of data located between the application layer and the transport layer. So they are talking about the layers. We know the TCP/IP IP layer and the open source system layer. For example, using an internet browser to connect to an SSL secured e-commerce site will send encrypted data without any more necessary manipulation. Secure socket layers are renamed as, so there is a rename, Transport Layer Security, TLS, in 2001, but still it popularly known as under the name SSL. TLS differs from SSL in the generation of symmetric keys. So in algorithm there is a change. Today all browsers in the market are SSL. Most of the secure communications are proceed through this protocol. What does that mean? This HTTPS. HTTP. So what is that? You can see here. If that HTTPS secure, hypertext transfer protocol secure, means there is a padlock. Here there won't be. So if you are using it mainly for online transaction or internet banking, you should be very clear whether you are using this secured site. If there is any change, you have to close it. Don't use that site. 3D Secure is a secure payment protocol on the internet. It was developed by Visa to increase the level of transaction security, and it has been adapted by Mastercard. So developed by Visa but adapted by Mastercard also. It gives a better authentication of the holder of the payment card during the purchase made on website. The basic concept of this XML based protocol is to link the financial authorization process with an online authentication system. It's talking about the coding system. First one, we know there must be a secured system for transaction, and this is achieved by XML based protocols, and it is having three domains: acquirer domain, issuer domain, interoperability domain. Acquirer means the card holder, issuer means the bank who is giving that. So the 3D secure level is given only little bit content. Certification authorities, who is providing the digital certificate. E-commerce security threads, list some. So you can give only the names. Asymmetric symmetric algorithms. Pretty good privacy. 3D secure payment protocols. Now we learned. Then dimensions of e-commerce security, encryption technology, digital certificate and digital certificates, SET and its features. Only 3 points for the features. Explain SSL. So it's an easy topic to learn, but it's full of theory. But even though it's theory, it's easy to learn. So that's all for this session, children. We have completed 17th chapter. So what we have learned in this video is encryption technology, authentication technology, authentication protocols. Encryption, symmetric, asymmetric. Symmetric, same key, it's different key. Authentication technology, certificate and signature. Signature for the data sent. Certificate for the sender who is giving the content or who is holding the certificate. Authentication, set and secure socket layer, SSL, which is called as TLS now. Then 3D secure. So these are the things you learned in this video. Thank you. Have a good day.